we recognized some time ago the need to look at every piece of property we own and assess, is this a place that we could put housing? Is this somewhere where people could find an affordable housing unit adjacent to a transit line? And so we have been moving on these, and this ShoreLINE development project that we're breaking ground on today is another perfect example of that. 100% affordable, 126 units, 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. It will offer them high quality transit between Santee all the way to downtown on our Green Line. Right along the Green Line, which again ties into all of the other lines and systems that we have, but it also ties into bus routes 13, 14, and 18. And so this housing will be perfectly placed as people are trying to get to work, whether they're trying to get to school. At San Diego State, we know 35,000 students who are there, but families, again, that can benefit from this. And so as MTS, we identify the land, we work with incredible partners, and we are thrilled to bring this to fruition and get it going. And so thank you, everyone, for joining us here today.
I am the daughter of a refugee to the United States who started out as a farm worker and had the chance to go to college and build a company. And so in a family like mine, where my grandmother never learned to read or write, and yet I was able to go serve the United States as an American ambassador, source of great pride for myself and our family. This California dream story is a story that impacts us all. And perhaps nothing is more critical than putting roofs over our families' heads. That is what is so fundamental. Shelter is so fundamental. And what you are doing here today, what we will be doing in breaking ground on this project, is providing more opportunity for those future generations, which will go on to make our state great.
I will tell you that this project is indicative of the changed attitude in San Diego County. MTS has always been interested in leveraging its properties, but to do it with this public motive in mind of affordable housing, of really maximizing the opportunity and doing that, as you heard from the chairman, on so many different properties, that's really inspirational leadership. And so that's why we have to have public agencies that are willing to work together to leverage opportunities like this one to give people a fighting chance at what the Koulounakis family had, what the Fletcher family had, what the Gloria family had. Many of you know I'm the son of a maid and a gardener, 2 folks who were able to work their fingers to their bone in this city and buy a house. That's a story from 30 years ago. I think we all recognize today maids and gardeners, for whatever reason, cannot buy a home in our city. And as mayor, I refuse to accept that. So we'll work with the county, we'll work with MTS, we'll work with the city council, we'll work with anybody to create more opportunities for folks to have a roof over their head at a price they can afford.
You couldn't find a more prime location, and I really appreciate MTS being able to negotiate this agreement with Affirmed Housing to allow us to have 100% affordable project in these 126 units right here in Grantville. You know, Grantville and the Navajo community area is where we're at right now. That is where we have so much affordable housing, where we have permanent supportive housing, where we just have housing, period, coming up. The people in the eastern part of San Diego, even the single-family residence neighborhoods, they support this type of housing because they realize what it brings to the city. Right here next to a trolley stop, we're going to have people using the trolley rather than jumping in their cars. That's good. That reduces traffic, especially right here along Mission Gorge. That reduces greenhouse gas emissions. That's good for the environment. That puts people right here where there's so many small businesses, whether it's crack taco shop, or you're going over to the florist right here on Mission Gorge, or you're going over here to Kaiser where there's healthcare. There's all sorts of businesses right here in Grantville who need these people here to spend their money.
I am a native to San Diegan and someone who has personally experienced housing instability. I come from a line of immigrants, and purchasing my first home 3 years ago was a family affair. And I'm incredibly proud of Affirmed Housing and everyone here today, and I stand shoulder to shoulder with you in providing housing for those most of need among us in the community, which includes myself. So the Housing Commission issued bonds for this development, $31 million in tax-exempt and $27 million in taxable, as well as invested 25 housing vouchers, which are gold, for families that need it.
As many of you recognize, available land is sparse, and this innovative partnerships between MTS and Affirmed links landowner and developer, creating a positive result. At Affirmed Housing, we're proud of our ability to adapt and find innovative solutions for housing. ShoreLINE is made possible through the work of many, having the support of our local government officials like Supervisor Fletcher and Mayor Gloria are key to moving these developments forward.